They released a new laptop that was running an older iPhone chip. It's like the 16 or 17X or something like that. Yeah, so it's running one of the ARM chips that's on the iPhone. So it's a little bit less expensive than a MacBook Air. It's one of those budget things. I think they're trying to compete with the Chromebooks.
It's called the MacBook Neo.
MacBook Neo, yes. So it doesn't
Interesting.
have one of the M chips, so it's not the latest and greatest and fastest, but it's still way better than any Intel laptop that's out there. It barely even, I don't think it even has a cooling fan. It runs so it runs so good, and they got the price point to $599, which is wild
That's
to me. It's wild to
insane.
me. Like they're actually going to compete against Chromebooks and like they're gonna get
Wow. And
people on
like
the
cheaper Windows laptops. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, and to be honest with you, even though it's an older iPhone chip, it's still going to be faster than anything that's out there Intel
That's
wise.
true.
It's going to be
Yeah.
more efficient. So yeah, I'm happy that
That's
Apple's
crazy.
just kind of hitting every price point now, including the entry point, because that was the biggest thing for Apple. The people that wanted to jump into the Apple ecosystem but couldn't because the cheapest laptop that they could get is $1,000. And
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not accessible to everyone. But now, and even the $599, it's already low enough. But if you go with the education discount, it's $499, so it's even
Oh my
cheaper.
God.
Yeah, so,
An
yeah.
education discount with people who have like a school ID or school email.
Right, right. Yeah. So if you're a
Okay, cool.
student or if you're a teacher or something like that, yeah, you can get an educational discount. 'Cause I think that's what they're
That's
going for. I think
awesome.
they want to get their foot in the door back because when I
Right.
was, back in my day, Macs
Back in
were
my
in the 80s and 90s, back in my day, Macs were inside the classroom.
Yeah.
There was an actual computer lab that you would go to, and there was full of Macs. So Steve Jobs knew that was the future. That was the way to get your foot in the door, is education. So I'm glad that we're going back to that and making it accessible for schools and just making it easier for people to jump into the Apple ecosystem because
I agree.
there's no
I
match
mean, we
out
got
there.
to a point in even in the iPhone and iPhone and iPad line that they had that they were basically computers. I mean, as long as you can
Hmm.
like did a keyboard and a mouse to it, you could basically have it like as a laptop, or depending, or you could get like the iPad with the actual like keyboard that's attached magnetically to it, and it works just as well. I mean, the reality is that we're at a place where SaaS is so it's taken over the market in a good, in my opinion, in a good degree. Because if we talk about how software needed to be installed to a very specific, it had to be Mac
Hmm.
compatible, or it had to be Windows compatible, and it was like, okay, well, I don't have either of those things. I have an iPad, and that's all I can afford. That's all I have.
And you had to meet certain like minimum requirements. You had to have a certain amount of RAM
Right,
to run certain apps. It was just a
right.
mess. So yeah,
It
no,
was
I
just
agree
a
with you.
mess.
SaaS is great.
Yeah. So now that people can do it online, I mean, even Adobe has an entire platform that you can do online, which is
Yeah,
insane.
that's
So it's like,
wild.
yeah, I think that I think that is the right move now. I mean, I guess maybe they could have done it a lot earlier, but maybe now is just the right time anyway. Just as good as any time. But that's cool though. That's actually, speaking of all the bullshit we talk about Apple, because fuck Apple, um, that's actually a very good move. I don't know. That's kind of nice to know. Which still, where's the foldable iPhone?
Yeah, no, and I still hold my hope for it's coming later on this year. So yeah, we'll see. I think it's still coming. There's been a lot of prototypes out there. People have been buying. Apparently there's some schematic out there that got leaked. So people
Mm,
are like creating 3D printing some foldable mock-ups, and it looks good. Like if that's an actual device, I'm getting it. It's literally like a foldable iPad mini, basically.